San Diego Comics Fest, the very first one that I know of. This is sort of a response to the giant-sized San Diego Comic-Con, which has overtaken, it's sort of like a virus. It takes over all of San Diego in July. But the original organizers of the San Diego Comic-Con back in the 1970s have put together the San Diego Comics Fest, much smaller, more intimate venue. And I am here with Brad Diller of Fun Day Morning Comics. He has a new book out, Behind the Eight Ball. You can get his first one, The Neighbors Have Two Flamingos, which is still one of my favorite titles of all time. Brad, we have one ready. Here it is, The Neighbors Have Two Flamingos. So, Brad, welcome to San Diego.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, we're in a much smaller con. I mean, it's very intimate, very, very cool. I'm really excited to experience this because I've been to San Diego for years, and I just came back from New York, and they're like behemoths. They're giant things. So, this is very cool, very old school, very intimate feeling. Why do you come here? Why did you come here for this year?
For all the reasons you just described. It's like, to me, the San Diego Comic Con isn't about comics or cartoons, and I have no objection as to what it's about. But for a small cartoon like myself, you know, where it's all on the web, it's like it's just not affordable for me to try and do a show like that. So this table was really, I can afford this, and it's pretty easy for me to hit a break even on this show. And I get to talk to people like you know, we've talked over the web, but we never got to talk in person. And I really enjoy stopping and talking with the people that come by and that sort of thing. So it's just, the size of the show is comfortable for me.
This is day 2 for you. What was yesterday like? Was it nice to just have people come by and stop and talk?
It was, and I was really pleased with the amount of sales I had. I didn't expect that on a Friday because it's a work day. So, you know, it's 10:30 now, so I'm pretty excited about today. I think it's going to go really well.
Do you think there's a place for this kind of thing in the future? I mean, it's sort of almost a response to Comic-Con. Do you think that maybe smaller cities can do this kind of venue? What do you think?
I do. In fact, I do a con 4 times a year up in Sacramento, which is a one-day show. It's about this size. And the attendance of that's been getting up in the thousands, you know. And so I really do think there is something that there's a market for this. You know, not everybody wants to wait in line for a year to get a ticket to the San Diego Comic-Con. And so it's a place where, you know, the people can really walk up and have a real intimate chat with a creator such as myself, or with dealers that, you know, there's comic books galore here, you know. And I'm not really a comic book guy, so it's kind of interesting to be in this. In fact, it's one of the reasons that I came up with a cheap alternative. Because my book's $15, and a lot of people are here just kind of looking for something that, you know, $4 or $5 item. So I'm trying these out. Although all they've done is really drive sales to my main book, because when I tell them it's all duplicates, they're like, well, I'll just buy the big one then.
So you have the new book, Behind the Eight Ball, which is, when is it going to be available?
It should be at the end of next week. It was at the printers. I just didn't have I didn't want to pay the cost of overnighting them down here, so they should be sitting on my desk when I get back to the office.
Where can people get them?
They can get them at fundaymorning.com, and there's already a pre-order page set up, and so I should be shipping them at the end of the next week.
Well, have an excellent con. I'm glad you're here, and I hope it works out for you and continues to be successful for you. So, Brad Diller, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person, man. So,
occasionally I like to get out, you know, from my cave. It's fun.